Hello, by Angel.
Hello. You're just ambushing me before I've even touched my hair. In fact, I'll do this outside.
Okay, I'll come with you.
Oh God. Sorry, did you want the sound of the birds, not me brushing my hair? Well, if you will come and interrupt me.
Sorry.
Before I finish my jobs. They're called ablutions.
Ablutions?
Is that what they're called?
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
So what's occurring then, Sue? What's occurring?
Oh, well, what we thought was one of our best ever morning spots turned out to be like, well, not so good really.
Yeah.
That moving last night. We haven't had a chance to look at the footage yet, have we? Well,
it's probably very dark footage.
Well, yeah, it looked dark through my camera, and my camera lightens things quite a lot. Because I just grabbed my phone when, obviously, it was a
kicking off.
Where something needed to happen. So I'm not sure how good it'll be, but got 2 reels last night.
2 reels?
2 reels.
Ah, right, yeah.
Cruising in the dark.
Yeah.
And mooring on a log landing. But we are up to move off at 8.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get coffee because I've stopped me having my coffee.
Yeah. Right, let's take a quick look and see whether the lock's with us or not. I suspect the answer is it might have been, but it's excuse me, but it'll be leaky. That's interesting. So this is the swing bridge behind us as illustrated in 1882. Then, now, so swing bridge, little bit of a pound into the lock. Yeah, against us. So might as well get on with filling this before we get here. Hello.
This is really nice. Very nice. This little area here by the lock. Hirst lock. Josh still isn't quite warm. Well, I'll say still, he's not come very far, but still quite a lot of smoke coming out. Oops.
Look at the little ones. Soon this is a cricket club. Oh, look at that. Wowzers. Need some power generating to run that. RJ Bargy. Trip boat. Welcome to Saltaire. It's really nice. This feels slightly weird driving into here. Impressive old mills though, I've got to say. Just what is the point?
That's what we're looking at.
Come on, Kev, get your magnet out. Some cute cottages. It's quite a cool paint job, isn't it? To make it look like it's made of wood. I like it. Navy's Ark. So it's being converted into a trip boat, do you think? Or just, yeah, built, who knows? So we're now rather swamped by commercial buildings, etc. Soon we go straight on, do we, dear? Maybe it's just a winding hole, is it?
I don't really know where we are. I've not been watching.
Alright, 208.
Oh, that's the bridge. Yeah.
There's a bridge.
208.
So that must be a whacking great winding hole.
Yeah.
Oh no, it does end there. These little ones look a little older, don't they? A little bigger.
Dogs and bridge to go around.
Cute.
That took ages to settle back in, that bridge. It got back into position, so if you're in a car, you think, why are the barriers not opening? But it lifts and then turns, swings, and then swings back, and that bit, I'm like, come on, come on! That bit took absolutely ages to do. And then we held up an Asda delivery driver at the bridge, and he wound his window down as he came over the bridge, and I thought, oh no, please don't shout at me. Anyway, he said I'm a big fan of the narrowboats, and that's the first time that's ever happened to me, so thank you.
So he's thanking you for stopping him, and you're like, I'm sorry.
I said, well, I'm really sorry to hold you up, and he's like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, I enjoyed that. All right, good.
I don't think you can, I don't think that's the norm, is it?
No, if only they were all like that, hey. What a nice man, though.
These ones are even bigger. Cute. Saltaire tap room. Look how close we are to the railway line.
Oh.
Train came along there, it'd startle you, wouldn't it?
Excellent mooring spot.
Yeah.
Yes, I like it. Sorry, I'm just putting my gloves on.
That's how we're steering towards the bank.
Oh, trying to steer. Trying to steer up. That Asda delivery driver's made me happy today. Thank you. I didn't get his name, but
Bob.
yes, he made me very happy.
It's a bit brr today. Welcome aboard, my angel. Right, so it's quite nice ahead.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, here we go. Our first ever 3 staircase locks. Go in solo.
Right, I've been praying all morning that we get volunteers on these 3 locks, but all we've got is 2 strimmer people. And they're not looking like they're going to put down the strimmers and pick up a windlass, so I think we're on our own. Okay. So, first instruction is top lock needs to be full, which it is.
Check.
Check. Second lock, or middle lock, needs to be level with the green marker.
Check.
Is it?
Yes.
The bottom lock needs to be empty.
No.
Right. So, check, check, no.
Check, check, no.
So we need to go and empty the bottom lock.
Of water. Right, so this is the bottom lock. I think we're annoying these jackdaws because somebody has kindly left them some food here. Yeah, so empty this thing and then we should be good to go. Plenty, hasn't he? Look at him. Got some more.
someone's being naughty. He keeps turning this on and off from his phone, and I keep thinking I'm doing something to it. It's been very naughty. What? You've broken your stick?
I'll fix it, don't worry.
Is that not a bit of an integral part to I don't like staircase locks.
Fabulous. Such a good idea.
Good idea with volunteers, yeah.
Well, we know what we're doing now, don't we? Right, the signs are really clear, so they do help. Because you start to question yourself, don't you?
Yes.
You start with signs there, you're sort of like, okay.
Yeah, go through the steps and you can't, I suppose, really get it wrong. I'm glad there's two brains on it though. Well, it's like you sort of chat, don't you, and go, so is that right? So I've just wound the round paddle at this side and that's happened over there. Which is a little perplexing. Off he goes from lock 1 to lock 2. So far so good. Lock 2 to lock 3. Look at this fool enjoying himself doing this.
Fancy seeing you here.
I will have to just be careful because look. So,
Camden.
no, I'm not going to do a Camden. I am just slowly descending. Honestly, you can't take enough time, can you? You know, it takes you a second or two longer to get down there. Well, it takes a second or two longer.
It works
After
as
that,
sort of teamwork, doesn't it? You're finishing off one,
Yeah.
I drive through, sort this one, hop back on Josh, and then
yeah,
we meet up at the lower lock.
yeah, it seems to be working. When we get to the bottom though, I've been back and checked. When we get to the bottom, I'm going to hold Josh, please, while you just go back and check everything. That all the paddles are shut and all the locks are on. I'm pretty confident they are, but I don't want to.
Good.
I don't want to leave it not right.
Quite right. Alright.
This is why we need some anti-slip stuff. I don't like this. Safely back on board. What on earth is he doing? What is he doing? Oh good, another bit of rubbish to store. we're out. I'm not really sure what this, it feels a little bit pointless, this mowing here. Can you see they've sort of done this bit, and that's the bit next to the water that they haven't driven the little gizmo over, but I don't really know what that's achieved. I've just sent him back to check that everything's in order, that we've shut all the paddles and put all the locks back on. It's like, appreciate a second pair of eyes. I have been back and checked it myself, but I'll be happier when Elliot's looked as well. Meanwhile, while he's checking the locks, here's another piece of useless tat. He's going to say, oh, I'll find a use for that. Did I pass?
Passed, wine colours.
Excellent. I was just saying, I'm not really sure what the point of this mowing is here. Like, what if they've taken off like half an inch?
Yeah.
And on this bit where,
Yeah.
mind you, we can't do that bit sitting
Oh,
on
not
this.
without risking falling in.
Well, they can
Maybe
get
the
off and
strimmer
use
guys.
a mower, can't they?
Maybe the strimmer guys.
Oh, he's doing the edge.
Yeah. and
Yeah,
then
maybe.
They come down and do the detail.
Yeah. Fair enough. Right. Anyway, we seem to have acquired some more tat.
It's not tax.
What is it?
Well, I don't know yet, because I'm not sure what it is. I have got a potential use for it though.
See, I told you. I said I'd come up with something.
Yeah.
So I just said I can do something with that.
So at the minute, the cover on the back sits across the two bars.
Yeah.
And then when it rains, the cover will just sort of sag with the weight of the water. So that's what some of these pieces of wood are for. I put a piece of wood across here, and then two smaller pieces of wood which just lift the cover and stops it from pooling water. I think that might be some sort of telescopic situation where we can utilise that.
It looks like that thing. What is the devil's little horn thing that he carries?
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of.
Or I could use it for that.
Oh. Oops, did I say on camera?
Quality recycling, dear. Quality recycling.
Get on that boat.
Don't fall in.
And wait for me. Please.
It's a big old pipe bridge, isn't it? Look at that. They're like tank turrets. Gosh. This is a slightly eerie feeling sight. Yeah. What are we doing there?
So this little swing bridge has a brake on. You have to take that lever off to be able to open the bridge, and it just hooks over the little lozenge, don't know what to call that, over there. I'll show you when I'm closing it. Sorry, this isn't the easiest. Stuck. Might need a hand. Please. No, I've got it. Yeah. Right, That was horrendous, but horrendous camera work. So this little lever, you've got to lift it up to release it from that block, but it won't just ride up as you close the gate. So you've got to try and push the gate, keep the momentum, and lift the handle at the same time. Woo!
So all of this looks like Yorkshire water. There's a what should we say? Bit of a whiff about the place.
Oh. Think he died on the railway? Oh, poor Ricky.
This first one looks like a zebra.
The one with the coat on?
Yeah.
It might be the hotel boat that Miles was telling us about, doing a Channel 5 documentary. Yeah, it is. They said you're bound to see it.
First floor patio.
Very nice.
See you in a bit.
Various things like pasta have gone up, as you notice every time you go to the cinema. Wages have been falling.
I'll start emptying my life.
This is all terribly pleasant, isn't it? Lovely. I know people can do some daft things, but seriously. Ooh! Doris breaks the lock. No, that's your lot. It's the raw power of Sue. Right, so note to self, when I enter this bottom lock, I'm probably going to take the left-hand side of the lock so I avoid that leak. I think it's okay down this side. So you can just see here the remains of some, there obviously used to be a ground paddle here. So you can see the paddle itself and then the connections. You'd have a piece of metal doing that and then some kit at the top. Not anymore. It's a long way down.
That looks a bit like pin behind the thing. Pull us in. While I have a sit down.
Okay, so at this point, it's probably worth us just explaining why we've moored here in Apperley Bridge. It's a very strategic mooring spot, this one. Ever since we were up around the Curly Whirlies, everyone's been telling us since then that really you need to be really careful with how you enter Leeds City. We're in a place called Apperley Bridge. Just in front of us is a place called Rodley. And from Rodley onwards into Leeds Basin is being referred to by pretty much everyone as Bandit country. And the more research we've done, the more we read that there are youths, typically gangs of youths, throwing bricks, stones, all sorts of things. Even apparently somebody threw a fridge at somebody off a bridge. I mean, what the... So we need to be careful. The advice is get to either Apperley Bridge and Rodley and then just boost it into Leeds in one hit. Don't stop, don't moor, don't do any overnight visits, any of that sort of stuff. Just sort of get there. And even the CRT are saying that. So that's why we are where we are. It puts us in a good position to be able to tackle the remaining locks. So ahead of us are New Lay locks, Forge, Kirkstall. These are all locks that you just need to get through and get into Leeds Basin. So that's what we're doing. That's why we're here. Happens to look like a nice place as well. We're going to take a wander around and do a little bit of exploring, but also happens to be, and it's got a train station, which is great. So that allows us to do a bit of local exploring. So let's see how we get on here.
Hello YouTube. I hope she put her knickers away.
Hopefully this is good viewing for you all. Wasn't me.
No, it wasn't you, was it?
Elliot and Sue. Over now. This is great YouTube viewing. Actual fire. Watching you fight with the boat. Wicked.
If I turn the stick upside down.